deserve better. Jarwin has got to go.
What's up, everybody? Another beautiful day in Azeroth, and here's how to defeat heroic Sprocketmonger Lockenstock. The encounter area is split up into 4 main areas, and throughout the fight, 2 of these 4 areas will be electrified, dealing a ton of damage if you run through it. And these areas will change anytime boss casts Wire Transfer. When boss casts Footblaster, 4 mines spawns, 2 per safe area. These mines needs to be soaked in a staggered fashion, and the same player can't soak more than 1 mine. You take 1000% more damage from them for 2 minutes. Either YOLO this or assign players. Put a world mark for each mine spawn and assign soakers to the marks. When you soak a mine, everyone in the raid takes a ton of damage and gets a 2-second dot that stacks, and it increases damage taken from subsequent mines. So you always want to wait 3 to 4 seconds before soaking a new mine or you'll wipe. Tanks, make sure to run out far from the raid with Pyro Party Pack. Deals less damage to the raid the further away you are. You can run along the conveyor belt if you want to get really far away. And Sprocketmonger's Gravigunk stacks a 15% damage taken and 5% movement speed debuff on tanks when he attacks. You can either swap on Pyro Pack or just whenever Gravigunk runs out. Boss will also occasionally call in Goblin Inventions along the conveyor belt on the left and right side of the room. Blazing beams, several fire beams shoot across the room. You can see them on the conveyor belt long before the beams are cast, and position yourself accordingly. During rocket barrage, just keep tracking rockets near you and dodge, dodge, dodge. Lastly, Mega Magnetize pulls players towards them, and some of these inventions will overlap. Following the first intermission, the blazing beam gets empowered and turns into Jumbo Void Beam. It's a bigger beam and purple. Following second intermission, rockets are void empowered. If any player gets hit, everyone in the raid takes damage. Players targeted by Screw Up run out far back or along the outer conveyor belt and drop your circles, which spawns screws. And if you get screwed by one, you get a 6-second stun and bleed. When the boss hits 100 energy, intermission or stage 2 starts and starts casting Beta Launch, knocking everyone away from his current position, and covers everything except conveyor belts with electricity. The easiest way to negate this is just having a gateway from middle conveyor belt out to where he jumps, and you gateway right before the knock goes off. Or just YOLO it, get knocked, pop a defensive, and run through all the electric stuff. Just make sure you don't get knocked off the platform, because you'll die. You can of course use things like Charge, Feral Lunge, Demonic Portal, etc. to negate the knock as well. And for the rest of this phase, every 5 seconds, the entire raid gets a big healing absorb and take a ton of damage. Plus, you need to continuously run against the conveyor belt and avoid the swirls that spawns. Pop defensives, consumables if needed to help out here. When Bleeding Edge is finished, phase 1 restarts, but with a new configuration for the safe areas. New sets of mines, empowered Jumbo Void Beams, and boss deals 15% increased damage. Deal with these second intermission same way as the first, but he flies to the opposite side conveyor belt. Again, Warlock Gates, and following that, boss deals an additional 15% damage, new phase 1 safe area configurations, and void rockets. In this phase, you get mines on first set of safe areas and the third. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you want to help support my channel, do check out my Patreon, Twitch, or YouTube membership. You can gain access to these Stankie Discord shoutouts and videos, virtual high fives. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next raid guide.